If you want to see me try the 130 FlyEgg, give me 100 likes and we will order that model. I've kind of got a big queue, so I wasn't planning on getting it, but I kind of like this. So if you want to see it, give it a like and we will make that happen. Hello, drone racers. So we haven't made 100 likes, but GearBest wanted to send us a 130 FlyEgg anyway. So this is the one we reviewed last time. This is the 100. In this bin, as NDRC would call it, is the 130 plug and play. The big reason I'm rushing to do this review is this is the DSM-2 version, and here for a short while it's on special with our coupon code, because GearBest loves their coupon codes, for $93.99. So that is a steal. That's only for the DSM-2 version. For the other versions, there's a code, so it's $109.99, which is still pretty good. But if you have a DSM-2, which thankfully I have a DSX-6i still to do this review with, that's a really good deal. But the big question is the FlyEgg 130 better than the Leader 120? Because I also have a code for the Leader 120 to be $93.99 for at least a couple days. I don't know how long that'll last, but check the code below if you want one. But which is going to be best? The 100 was good. I think the 130 would be better. I should shut up and actually get it out of the box. Okay, we have bumper guards. I'm not going to install those. We have props. Those will be good. Let's say they are different. And I think these are definitely the exact same props as the Leader 120. We have motor guards. I don't care about those. I would use, if I was going to fly it inside, even if it was like in a warehouse, I would probably use these. Depends on the area, but this I'm probably not going to be flying in my house anyway. Extra rubber bands, these are pointless. Here, see this? Here's the rubber band to use underneath here for the, whoa, that's a new receiver. Oh wait, it's a DSM-2, duh. So the rubber band goes underneath here and it fits under the frame, under the flight controller. So I actually have broken one. It wasn't on this one, it was one of my other KingKong ones. And the rubber band broke, and you can't get it in there without taking the top off and the flight controller or everything. So I just put a traditional Velcro tie on there, and that's what I would do on this one also if that happens. We do have a buzzer up in the front, and these buzzers are super loud. I'm assuming this is the same as the one on the 100. These motors are totally unmarked at all, but according to the stats online, they are 1105 7000, so that should be pretty good. That's one of the reasons it says stick to 2S, 3S will kill this. And it probably would. It'll work on 3S, so I may even try it on 3S. But if you fly one of these, I would suggest sticking with what it says here and stick to 2S, because it will totally burn things out over time. You might get a couple flights in it. You might get dozens of flights in it. But if this is one you want to keep for a long time, it will burn things out. That's why they've gone to putting balance leads on all of these, so you're kind of stuck unless you replace this. And these wires are teeny tiny, so I'm going to stick to 2S. I'm going to put a really good 2S on this, but I'm going to stick to 2S on this. The transmitter on this is really nice because it's a 25/100 milliwatt. So I like the difference. 25 is good out to a couple hundred meters most of the time, but when I will fly my run in the backyard, it's right at 200 meters. And with a 100 milliwatt transmitter, I have no problem at all. It is nice to see the DSM-2 receiver is diversity, so that should help theoretically. I hope to have really good range with that. My biggest drawback on this is no OSD. KingKong still hasn't figured out how to make an OSD. This might be one of the perfect drones if it had OSD, but it simply doesn't. The camera angle is pretty minimal, but there are actually notches in here to be able to adjust the camera. So you don't just have to grab it and tilt it, you actually will loosen these screws and move which notch it's in. There are 2 additional notches to be able to move it to for additional camera angle. With this one, it may need it because that's pretty flat. I'm thinking maybe 10% on that. Hopefully I get enough speed out of this one that I will want additional camera angle, but we'll see. So the first thing I'm gonna do with this is check Betaflight version. I have found version 3.2 is so much better on all of these micro drones that I really don't even wanna mess with anything else now. I've always been a big proponent for testing things right out of the box as they come, but it's night and day. It's just night and day. And I want to compare this with the Leader 120. I want to do it the right way. So I'm going to check and see what this comes with, because I'm sure it's not 3.2. Yeah, before I do that, I should mention it does come with a battery. So these batteries haven't been terrible the last couple. The original ones, you know what, the KingKong batteries, most of them I've gotten have been okay. So we'll try it. And then traditionally, KingKong manual have been really good, and I'm probably going to need it in this case because I have a DSM-2, which I'm not used to. We do see the Betaflight configuration. It's a Pico. It's probably going to be on 3.1.6. Shows me the PIDs. This manual, though, does not seem to show me the binding procedures for the receiver. So I'm going to assume I just turn it on and bind. Okay, so here we're in Betaflight, and we'll go to the command line, do a version, and we are on 3.1.6, so that's okay. I'm going to disconnect and see, because this is an unusual flight controller, it's not an omnibus, it's a Pico Blocks, I guess you call it, and I'm wondering, nope, there is no 3.2 code for it yet. 3.2, as of the time of this recording, is still in beta. For Betaflight. It's a release candidate, so it's not actually available for this. I can't go to 3.2. Now, it may be possible to go to some website and download code for it, but I'm not going to go that far. 3.2 is an easy install for most people now. That's going past how far I want to go. So honestly, I'm not even going to worry about going to 3.1.7 on this. I'm just going to get it in the air. Now, I probably would look at that as a downside of this flight controller and the unit itself. Because I can't go to 3.2, I know how much of a difference that makes. That's definitely a win for the leader. So for the DSM-2 version, which I'm not used to this, there does appear to be a bind button right here. At least it's a button, so I'm going to hold that down and plug in the real battery. Hopefully that gets me set up in order to bind. There we go. Now, on my radio, I'll hold back this button and turn on the power. And there, the orange light turns solid. So that's a good sign. Oh, now it is powering the receiver though. I don't need the battery. The USB does seem to work. So I probably could have done that with the USB charger. Now the light is on. It was not before because I have receiver. So now, do I have aux ports? I will have to go set this up on the radio. There we go. Now everything is working. I had to change my radio from heli mode because it was thought I had a swash plate, which wasn't going to work at all, to a airplane mode, and then I reverse the aileron and the rudder if you have a Spectrum. If you have a Spectrum, you're probably used to that anyway. Okay, on my DS6i, got it set now, so my 4 channels work, and then this is aux 1, and I had to enable the flaps up and down, so now I have aux 2. So now let's go see what they do in the modes menu. So arm is aux 1, that's good, and then angle and air mode or horizon mode. I'm going to enable. I don't have any 3-way switches on this available, so I really can't set up anything else. But so I'm just going to have angle and acro mode with air enabled. Oh, and air mode needs to be on aux 2 also. Here's a problem I've run into before. You'll see my throttle is 1141, and that's as low as it goes. And here's stick minimum 1100, so it knows I'm not, or doesn't think I'm all the way down at minimum throttle. So I'm going to change that to 1150. Now, when I flip my arm switch, it will arm. There we go. So now it works, and now it should be able to fly. Normally when I do this, I show you my very first flights, but I'll be honest, yesterday things went so badly I had to redo it. A lot of it was due to the stock PIDs that it shipped with. It was custom PIDs, and they were so low, it was nearly unflyable. So I've got a good high C battery in here. We're going to do some line of sight testing and see if that fixed my issues. That looks so much better. Also, it shipped in the auto level, not the auto level, but the level in Betaflight was so far off, it was drifting to one side really badly. So I had to go and level that. I've turned up the P on my PIDs. I can already tell it's off a little bit, but let's see now. That's better. It's better. It shouldn't affect my punch out a lot, but I mean, that's not bad. For a nearly 3-inch, it's not terrible. So it just looks a whole lot better. I increased my rates. It's weird. It seems to turn. Look at that. So that's full left stick, and that's full right stick. Let's look again. Okay, full right stick, full left stick. Huh. That might just be this radio. This radio is old and worn out. It might be time for a new Spectrum. Look, I don't even have a battery cover. Hopefully the batteries don't fall out. I don't have horizon mode, which is how I will normally test this outside. So we're gonna try rate mode. There we go. So in rate mode, it doesn't matter as much. I had a problem with air mode yesterday. So let's see. Oh man, I still don't think that's air mode. It just turns so low. I've turned up the rates. And now it is definitely air mode's on, but it doesn't seem very powerful. I wonder if I can probably tune that. I need to tune rate mode. I think it's partially just because I'm used to flying with a FrSky and I know how they ship and how it's configured in Betaflight, and I'm just not familiar with it here. One thing that is nice though, look at this. Can you even hear it? It's so quiet. It's so quiet. So if you have an area where you need a quiet flyer, this is the one for you. But there we are. There, we're gonna flip the right switch. There we go. I'm gonna come in and land it, and we'll try some FPV. I've got to say, I have double checked to make sure I'm on the right channel, and the video just doesn't look great. It seems to be out of focus. I tried focusing the camera, but it's glued in pretty well. So let's switch to rate mode. And the overall, I'm just not super impressed by the camera. I think a little while from now, it's fast though. I'm not even giving it much speed, and it's just going. Now with my new updated PIDs, and I will show you, I just set the P, it shipped to 18, and I increased it, I think, to 25 on both. It is a whole lot better flyer now. It does seem pretty well locked in though. It's holding the angle really well. I am beeping though, and there's one of my problems with it. I have no OSD, so I really don't know where I'm at. Once 3.2 is available for this, I probably need to do an update because it'll be a whole lot better. Just everything, all these micros are just fixed with dynamic filters in 3.2. Let's see. Whoa, it didn't like that. 25 milliwatt transmitter is all I'm on, but it seemed pretty good there. This is not the stock battery though. This is my really good high C batteries that I get off Amazon. And I do still appreciate that I have a loud beeper. I can hear it, so I'm going to come back and land, and we're going to try the stock battery. No wide dynamic range on this camera though, that's for sure. Oh! That's what happens when you don't use your normal radio, and I'm not sure all the switches are in the wrong spot. Okay, so here's the stock battery. We'll see how it does. Switch it to air mode. Got some golfers out today, but that's one where this is nice. It's quiet that they probably, if they don't look over, won't even notice because it's so quiet. PIDs don't seem outstanding. It's already beeping at me. If I give it full throttle, low battery, and I even reduced the battery warning. So yeah, the stock battery is not good. Get some new batteries for it. It's kind of jittery. I will say pretty much all the flaws I have with this will probably be fixed once 3.2 is available. Except the bad battery that it comes with. You're just gonna have to buy some other batteries for that, but that's not a big deal. Yeah. So it flies nice. It flies, I will say, about the same as the Leader did when I still had it on 3.1. Beep, beep, beep. Yes, 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 I'm aware. You're upset. They must be hitting a golf ball out there. So there, yeah, just this stock battery, no good. And the other problem I have is the camera and the transmitter. So flying this around, my camera view is just not good. It's just not good. I don't know if it's the focus. I might have to spend some more work on that. But the camera is not good. I have a lot of breakups, which is unusual for a KingKong. Normally, I have outstanding video signal with these, and this one I just don't. The main competitor, like I said, is the Leader 120. And I will say I would prefer that. Although that felt nice. I would prefer it for the camera, the transmitter, and being able to support the beta of 3.2 on it. I'm not going to do any flips and rolls with this battery. We'll put the other one in and we'll try a little more performance. And I think I'll go turn up the rates some more. We'll see how it does with another notch up rate-wise. Let's go to rate mode. It's still really slow. I'm up to 0.9 on the rates, so I don't know what's up there. Probably need, it will do it, but man, it's slow. Might be part of from the radio. I'm not sure what that is. I'm gonna blame because I'm not used to this radio, and maybe I need to turn the rates up there. But it seems like, I guess if I look at the radio, it's probably not pushing the sticks over all the way. The throw on these, whatever the proper term for that, it's probably not far enough. All right, let's check that real quick, because it likes this battery. This is a good battery. Okay, I found the problem. Let's try this again. Well, no, I didn't. Oh. So there we go, the KingKong FlyEgg 130. What do I think? I think it's pretty good. It flew well. I didn't have any major issues. Any of the issues I had with it was, I think, due to my radio. I say all the time, I'm a FreeSky guy. I know the FreeSky radio, everything just works. They sent me a Spectrum version, so thankfully I had a radio, but I haven't used it in so long that things are just a little bit different. The rates are a little bit different. Everything's just a little bit different. And speaking of rates, the P gain on this shipped at 18 for both pitch and roll. I changed it to 24 and it flew a whole lot better. This would definitely help with some additional PID tuning. So should you buy this? It depends. The Spectrum deal is outstanding right now. So $93, you can get a Spectrum version. If you're a Spectrum flyer, great, do that. If you're not a Spectrum flyer, don't buy a Spectrum radio for this. I think I still like the Leader 120 a little bit better. I think once Betaflight 3.2 is available for this, it will even the playing field a lot. Still missing an OSD I don't really care for, but this frame is super sturdy with the aluminum and it looks really nice. So this one looks cooler for sure. And being able to have a 100 milliwatt transmitter, I didn't change mine, I didn't need to. It might have helped with my signal a little bit, but having a 100 watt transmitter is really nice as well. I think they're both great flying quads, and the Leader wins out for me right now just because it can fly 3.2. I've said that over and over and over. I love Betaflight 3.2 and dynamic filters. That just makes these amazing across the board. So if you found this useful, leave a like down below and comment with which one you will go for, the FlyEgg 130 or the Leader 120, and why. Which one do you prefer? This comes with a receiver, which is nice, but the receiver I've got in this is better, and I can go back and forth forever. Either one I do prefer over the FlyEgg 90 or 95 or whatever this was. I think those are both better options than this one. And in this scale, they're definitely way better options. And until next time, remember, every time I have to get this radio out, I remember why I'm a FreeSky guy.